Oh, yes. You may have heard the buzz going around, and it ain't just a buzz. This is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting a Nightmare on Elm Street. And Freddy, the original Freddy, the one and only that can do it as best as he can, as of any Freddy, this is the one and only, Mr. Robert Englund. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause, like and subscribe. Give a round of applause for actor, living legend, Robert Englund. He's coming back to play as Freddy Krueger. And it's only right because, who else would you rather want to see play as Freddy Krueger than Robert Englund, right? Robert Englund has been putting a lot of work, has been playing this whole Freddy Krueger character. And how the way he plays Freddy, it's as if he's just, to dissect the movements, the walking patterns, and just how the way he approaches, the scenes within the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Of all the movies, how the way he does it, it's the details. So it's the little details that matter. And that's what people have to understand. Like the details with the movements and just how the way you interact within the character that you're portraying. These things matter. Because when you have an audience that's coming to the theaters to watch these movies, horror movies in specific, as of right now, what we're speaking on, people are paying attention, to the walking, to, how the way he's standing, until his voice, the eye contact, you can act through your eyes. And you learn a lot about that within, of course, like with performing arts, schools that teach you, how to act through your eyes. You have a lot of classes to teach you those things. So those are one of the methods. And Robert Englund has really tackled that and really bodied each and every single time when it comes down to acting through your eyes, especially you playing a horror villain as himself, as Freddy Krueger. These are important factors that you must have in order to sell off the character that you are portraying in a horror movie franchise. Now, with Nightmare on Elm Street, this is a film that it can be a little cringy, but it's a movie. You got to remind yourself this is a movie because, Freddy is coming in these, in these kids' dreams, scaring the shit out of them. That's something that I advise no kids to go to the movie to go see. Because kids are already be terrified of horror movies, but to have something to really angle into, kids within the age range. It can go to 13 to 18 as far as with Freddy having, any sort of type of, goal to accomplish on who he want to, terrify, have it this, bring this terror, into this movie. It's always going to be a family involved, right? A family, includes kids. So with they being right there in that nucleus, they have to get some of the terror too, because it's only right that he does that because, you can't just focus on just an adults, because that's just the norm. So Freddy pretty much, he goes after any and everyone. And that's the thing that separates him from Michael Myers. Michael Myers is not finna hurt any kids, or he don't want to go as deep with it as that. But Freddy has unlimited barriers. Michael Myers, I feel like Michael Myers is the most, when it comes down to not giving a damn, just not giving a F at all. I feel like Michael Myers hold that, but at the same time, he has restriction. I know what y'all may be saying, if you have restriction, you really not, you got to kind of get the edge to Freddy. But not in this case, because Michael has a knife. Freddy has these long-ass nails that he could just claw up motherfuckers. But Freddy does have, his face, within the, how the way it looked versus Michael Myers. Freddy does give off a little bit more of the horror. But Michael Myers doesn't have to do that because Michael Myers just, he could just stand. He could just stand right there. And his aura alone would just scare the shit out of anybody if you just see him standing in the shadows. So I feel like Michael sells more of the aura, of the horror aura. The horror aura within The characters, Michael really, he holds that down the best. But Freddy Krueger is, something that a lot of people can, hold up to the status of being, very legendary in the horror movies. But we had the Freddy versus Jason. We had that. But in my thing, I feel like it shouldn't have been Jason. I feel like Jason's character is like, I don't want to say boring, but it's like Jason really adds no thrill. I mean, it's something that's missing. It's really something missing with Jason's character. And I am looking forward to the Camp Crystal Lake, television series to see how that will, play out. And that y'all can check that out in my last video. The release date for that will be somewhere in November, but they're saying December of 2026 of this year. But Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, he really presents thrill. He really presents the horror within itself, to really have people at the edge of their seats and scared, of what's going to happen next, the suspense behind it. That's what Freddy Krueger creates when it comes down to him in the Nightmare on Elm Street, movie franchise. Like, he presents that, and he does it so well to the point that it make you ask yourself, like, man, if Freddy Krueger can do this, like, how come Jason can't deliver in certain aspects of, delivering that thrill like a Michael Myers or a Freddy? And I just don't know, man. I just really can't, put it together of how come Jason can't do that? Because Jason, I mean, he's just there, man. It's no fear with Jason. I don't know. I really try to piece this together, on how come Michael Myers have this so much horror aura and Freddy Krueger have this much horror aura. But it seems like when it comes to Jason, he's not intimidated. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jason 6'9", taking nothing away from that. But Jason really, I mean, so what? It's yeah, he's tall, but if you ain't gonna have the aura to back it up, you just another tall, big motherfucker. Like, you gotta have the aura. You gotta have that feeling that you are gonna bring to the movie screens within your character, along with, the slicing and dicing of it. With whomever that you're trying to aim at, when whoever you're trying to take out. So this Nightmare on Elm Street was going to be, I feel like this is going to be special because it's going to be, I know Robert Englund said he wasn't going to do another one. And he was not going to be playing Freddy again. He was done with the whole Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street. He was done with it. And but he said he's going to come back for one last time. Can we really believe Robert on this one? I mean, I can't really take his word on him because, I mean, let's just say Nightmare on Elm Street, when that movie dropped, it just do crazy in the box office. Numbers stupid. He getting paid, the commas and the zeros is not gonna make no sense. Like, if that comes down to that, would Robert Englund have a change of heart? If they want to come back and do another one, will he come back? Because money talks. Let's just get that straight and let's just pinpoint that factor right now. It talks. And I feel like depending on the success of the Nightmare on Elm Street when that movie released, which I slated to release in 2027. When that movie released, depending on the success of it, it's going to depend on whether I feel like Robert's going to come back again for one more. We're just going to keep saying one more because when you say that, it may strike up some sort of type of, positivity in the range to where, that check can get cut and then, and the success from the movie will just be out of this world. So let's just keep saying one more. I'm going to do one more. Like, damn, that did great in the box office too? Damn, y'all want me to come in again? That check was looking nice. All right. One more. and that one do the same thing, and that do good. The box office. Let's just keep using this one more thing. I think we got something right here. We got something right here. So I think that's what he's pretty much doing. Just saying one more. He just, hoping that he just hit out the ballpark. Well, he ain't got to hope because he still get his check cut. But, with the success and how it does in the box office, I feel like that depends on whether how much the actors will probably get. I don't know if they get paid like extra on top of the success from the movie, how great they do in the box office. I don't know that end, but I'm quite sure that that may have something to do with it in a way. Because if they have more money based off the success in the box office, then they have more money to pay the actors. So that's pretty much how that works. So if that works in that end and they choose to give him a higher pay, you best believe Robert Englund's going to come back. This is Sensei Reality TV. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with another video, another banger. Y'all be good. One love. Peace.